I've been waiting a long time to say this. I've been looking forward to saying this all day. The two best words in sports. Game 7. Dodgers hold on to beat the Blue Jays 3-1 after a remarkable double play by Mr. Geektober, Kiké Hernández. We are going to Game 7 in Toronto.
Live.
It's time for Dodger baseball. Welcome to Dodger Stadium.
This is the golden age of Dodger baseball. The Dodgers are building a dynasty.
You got it, Warrior Parade. We got it, Parade. The Dodgers punch back and head to the championship series. Ohtani starts the 50-50 club. Monkey magic. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone. Start the party, Los Angeles. Your Dodgers have won the World Series.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Live from the heart of Los Angeles, this is Dodgers Dugout Live with your host, Doug McKain.
What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to another episode of Dodgers Dugout Live, the #1 Dodgers podcast and Dodgers show on YouTube. My name is Doug McKain. I cover the Dodgers for Dodgers Nation. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Thanks for rocking with us after the Dodgers win in heart-pounding fashion. They stave off elimination. They beat the Toronto Blue Jays by a final score of 3-1 to force Game 7 in the World Series for the first time since 2019. The hometown hero, Tyler Glasnow, comes into the game after Roki Sasaki hit Kirk with a pitch, had 2 strikes on him, let a splitter get away, and then Barger crushed a fastball up in the zone. Fantastic play by Justin Dean to not touch that baseball, make a play on it. He put his hands up. Kiké put his hands up. That's why a run didn't score. And then Tyler Glasnow comes in. He gets Clemente popped to first on the very first pitch. And then Andrés Giménez on the 1-0. He hits one to left. Kiké Hernández comes charging in, makes the play, did not stop running, goes to second, and they're able to double up Barger to end the game. One of the worst base running, all-time boneheaded base running blunders of all time that you are ever going to see. And the Dodgers find a way to escape with a win. They scored 3 runs in this game. The offense did just enough. Yoshinobu Yamamoto put together another fantastic performance in this one to keep that Blue Jays offense at bay. He came up in big spots. He ended up going 6 innings, gave up 1 run on 5 hits through 96 pitches. The Dodgers get all of their runs in the 3rd inning, thanks to a Tommy Edman 1-out double. Shohei was intentionally walked, and Will Smith doubled to left. Freddie Freeman was intentionally walked, and Mookie Betts came through with a 2 RBI single to put the Dodgers up 3-0. What an incredible, heart-pounding game. Unclench those butt cheeks, Dodgers Nation, because that one was one for the ages. I feel like I'm going to be sick watching that game. Just took years off my life because of how tense it was. But your boys in blue, just like they did last year against the San Diego Padres, when everyone thought the series was over, they found a way to win a baseball game. It was a complete team effort in this one. Justin Robleski had a big inning. Roki Sasaki, the previous inning, gets out the top of the order, and he was fantastic for the most part. The 9th inning, maybe you should have started with Tyler Glasnow, but it does not matter because the Dodgers get the win. And this is one of the all-time games for the Dodgers. LA, in this franchise, Brooklyn, LA, I mean, you go all the way back. This is not a franchise that has always had success in these games. The Dodgers are 0-7 anytime it's a 3-2 game. So it's the first time you forced a Game 7 in that situation. And wow, what a baseball game. And can we give a round of applause to the great Kiké Hernández, Mr. Keektober, as I so affectionately dubbed him, saving this Dodgers team any way he can. The dude should never have to pay, not even a drink. The guy shouldn't have to pay for anything in the city of Los Angeles. Houses, cars, clothes, anything at Rite Aid. I don't care about buying a drink. The dude should never have to buy anything. Bananas, nothing. Kiké Hernández, just terrible base running by the Blue Jays. I mean, it's bottom of the ninth. You got Andrés Giménez at the plate. Runners on second and third. Tyler Glasnow in the game, and he hits one to shallow left field. And what really makes this play is Kiké Hernández just charging, continuing to charge on this play, makes the catch, the quick exchange, and just flings it to second base. Miguel Rojas is there to make the play, and Barger, too late, son. You're too late. Rojas is there. And how about this? It was about putting Miguel Rojas in the game to try to shake things up for the offense, to give you quality at-bats, batting towards the bottom right there in the ninth hole. But how about it was the defense from Miguel Rojas? Multiple times we saw Miguel Rojas make a barehanded play on a chopper where his only option was to barehanded to make the play. He was just making routine plays look so easy. My favorite thing about watching Rojas play defense is he knows exactly how long it takes for a base runner to get to first base or second base, and he's there for that play. And you get a quick, emphatic out call. Miguel Rojas is on his back, and he's just pumping his fist, celebrating. And Barger, you just committed one of the all-time base-running blunders in the World Series, and it could end up costing the Blue Jays the World Series. Fox was doing everything they could. Fox was doing everything they could to will a walk-off home run for the Blue Jays. 32 years ago, Joe Carter, Joe Davis saying there's been 46 games in the postseason. There's never been a ninth-inning comeback. Guess what? This Dodgers team showed their fight. They showed their championship medal. And this team proved tonight that they have the heart of a champion, that they can take a punch and get off the mat and keep fighting. What I loved about this game was guys that have been maligned, players that have had bad series, stepped up and helped this team win. Mookie Betts singled to left to score a couple of runs. They've been eating at him, just attacking him with fastballs up in the zone. He's been swinging underneath, and I saw all people on X, Mookie Betts is hitting pop flies in batting practice. That was a drill, okay? Everyone was talking smack. Mookie's hitting pop flies when he's taking BP. That was a drill, and Dave Roberts said it was a good batting practice. It said it was a successful, productive one, and in that at-bat in the fifth pitch, he gets his hands in, he shortens his stroke, is able to get that single to left and scored Shohei Ohtani and Will Smith to make it a 3-0 game. And how about Shohei Ohtani doing his best boxing out Kevin Gausman on the play. So, yeah, just welcome to the show, Dodgers Nation. We're going to get full player reactions here on the #1 Dodgers post-game show. I think we're going to do a giveaway today for a Mr. Keektober shirt. That's a shirt that I designed. It's a phrase that I coined because Mr. Keektober, Kiké Hernández, is one of the very best postseason players of all time. And you know him from the offense, the big moments at the plate with the stick. Today, he does it with the glove. So, yeah, this show is presented by GearUp.la. Go over there, get a Let's Ruin Baseball t-shirt. Go get a Mr. Keektober t-shirt. It supports the show. It supports the channel. It supports me. And it would be awesome if you guys could go pick up some gear. Go to www.gearup.la. pick up. Doug, D-Mac, do a shoey. Dude, I ran up here. I'm sweating bullets. I can barely breathe watching that game just because of how nervous, how much anxiety I had just watching that one. So I had no time to drink anything. I couldn't drink. I couldn't eat. I thought I was going to vomit. D-Mac, my goat. What is up, Rose? I'm going to read all of your comments, guys, but let's just continue to talk about what this team showed tonight. We'll talk about Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who is fantastic in his own right. Yoshi, he came out, and yes, you didn't get that complete game, but he absolutely stepped up in a major way doing what he did in this one. And the Dodgers, they are back in this thing. You force Game 7 of the World Series, and it was just incredible game. I mean, think about this. When the Dodgers scored those 3 runs, when the Dodgers were able to put 3 runs across in the third, that was their biggest inning of the World Series, and we're in Game 6. So, yes, the offense came into this one hitting just 201, but, hey, we knew that this team was going to ride starting pitching. If you watch this show, if you've been watching all week, I've called a lot of this stuff. I called the Miguel Rojas move to second, the initial move, the Will Smith going to the 2-hole. I also told you to not be surprised tonight if you saw Tyler Glasnow on the mound because Shohei Ohtani was going to be the opener. I know things. I talk to people, okay? And that's what we saw today, and I feel so great about so many Dodgers players. I'm so happy for these guys just as men that have dealt with a lot. Tyler Glasnow, oh, injury prone. Oh, not a big game pitcher. Oh, this and that. Tyler Glasnow went in there and he saved the Dodgers' damn season. The Santa Clarita kid, the Hart High School graduate, he saved the Dodgers' season. All Tyler Glasnow slander, out the door. Never want to hear it again. Dave Roberts said that these are the games you live for. These are the games that, hey, for a couple seconds, like, you don't want to be alive to watch because they give you so much stress. But he said that this team wanted to be a part of games like this and be a part of these moments. And there was not a Dodger today that was afraid of the moment. There was not a Dodger today that didn't embrace this. And you go back to that 9th inning, Roki Sasaki, in his 2nd inning of work, he left the tying runs in scoring position with nobody out in what could have clinched the World Series for the Blue Jays. Glasnow comes in, who started Game 3. He was in line to start Game 7, a very difficult, challenging situation, and he needed 3 pitches. He needed 3 pitches to get out of it. That's how good Tyler Glasnow was. That's how big he was in this moment. I've heard the haters, and look, if you remember back in the day when, hey, what was my take in after the Dodgers lost to the Diamondbacks in 2023? Very first show, I said 2 things. I said sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who most Dodgers fans had never heard of, and trade for Tyler Glasnow. Both of those dudes stepped up in the biggest way possible today, and Tyler Glasnow, hey, he needed 3 pitches to get out. So, hey, Tyler Glasnow, he's certified. He's absolutely certified. You lead the Dodgers to a Game 7, you are a certified dog. All of the slander for Tyler Glasnow, I think, goes away. That was Glass then. This was Glass now. And I think tonight was the biggest night of his career, and it came by throwing just 3 pitches. He induced that infield pop out, then a line drive that was caught by Kiké Hernández. He fires it to Miguel Rojas at second base. They double up Addison Barger, and that goes as the game's final out. I cannot believe what I just saw. There were some moments in this game with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The 3rd inning, he gave up a leadoff double to that same Addison Barger, and then he was singled home by George Springer with 2 outs, and then Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he doubled into left field to the corner with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Then Bo Bichette walks, the first walk that was issued by Yoshinobu Yamamoto in the World Series. But then even Yamamoto, we saw the grapefruits, man. We saw the grapefruits, the clutch gene, the heart of a champion, because dudes, when you needed them to step up at the most high leverage times of this game, they stepped up in the biggest way possible. And Yamamoto, in that moment right there, after Vladdy doubled to left field, in that 6th inning with 2 outs, Bo Bichette walks. Then Yamamoto, he follows that up by striking out Dalton Varsho, his 6th punch out of the game, and that was his final pitch of the game and what will be his final pitch of the World Series, his 96th pitch of the game. And those were the Blue Jays. Those are their only opportunities at runners in scoring position through those first 6 innings against Yamamoto. He allowed just the 1 run in his last 10 starts. He's allowed 11 total runs, a microscopic, minuscule 1.18 ERA, a 29.3% strikeout rate in 68 2/3 innings. Just an incredible performance in the World Series. He gave up just 2 runs in his 15 innings of work in the Fall Classic, got 2 wins, and for the postseason as a whole, Yoshinobu Yamamoto has been an absolute stud. He's worth every single penny of the $325 million that the Dodgers gave him without, of course, ever throwing 1 pitch in Major League Baseball, idiot Josh Reddick. And that's why you do it, because he can come through in situations like tonight. Didn't get a ton of run support, but even that little run support that he got was just so valuable because, hey, early leads matter in the postseason. A 3-1 lead, it felt like a 30-1 lead for a couple innings there when Yamamoto was at his best. And it also, I think, kind of helped this offense a little bit, too. Even though that's all they got in that inning, I do think that you saw some good at-bat quality throughout. But Yamamoto, man, I mean, Tyler Glasnow, Kiké Hernández, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani. I mean, it was just Miguel Rojas. I'm just such a great team win. Could not be happy for this group. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's 34 2/3 innings of work this postseason are the 4th most in a single postseason in Dodgers franchise history. He only trails Oral Hershiser, who went 42 2/3 innings in 1988, Fernando Valenzuela, who went 40 2/3 in 1981, and Jerry Royce, who did 36 2/3 in 1981. I think now we can put Yamamoto at that table with Oral. Sandy Koufax might be at his own table, but actually, let's put him at that table as well. So kudos to Yoshinobu Yamamoto, winning both of his World Series games and proving why he is, there we go, glass now is half full, fan of the show, why he is that dude. And yes, Paul Skeens is going to win the Cy Young, but I'll tell you right now, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is the MVP, the most valuable pitcher. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was more valuable to his team this year than Paul Skeens was to his. And yes, that's because Paul Skeens is on a terrible organization. We don't know how he pitched in the postseason. We don't know how he would handle it. Might be great, might be elite, but we do know that this man right here, number 18 for the Los Angeles Dodgers, is an absolute certified big game postseason dog. And you know what we have to do, right? You know what's on the way. You know what we do and how we get down when Yoshinobu Yamamoto shoves. Well, the only way we can, and that's with the Yamamoto song.
1, 2, 3 山本由伸のモノマネしてるもしのぶ山本由伸のモノマネしてるもしのぶ山本由伸のモノマネしてるもしのぶ山本由伸のモノマネしてるもしのぶ
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, you are Yamagoto, and we love you in Los Angeles. Can listen to this all day. By the way, I've been inside that Dodgers clubhouse with Yamamoto, and I've seen players go up to him and play this song, and he absolutely loves it. All right, so we got super producer Antonio Tony Taters watching the chat, and he's giving me all your super chats. He's also looking for other chats as well that I will read on the show. So definitely, if you guys want to skip the line that You wanted to skip the line? You could do super chat, but here we go. We got Foxology 999. We 47 Tortas. D-Mac. Yes. Big Boss 199. I feel good about tomorrow. I say bats wake up. Daniel Cesar 499. Death taxes in the Dodgers overcoming adversity. We haven't had a good ump behind the dish all series. Roki struck out Vlad LFG. Yeah, I mean, Roki, we'll talk about that too. We're going to do a full in-depth breakdown of this game, but you're absolutely right. Roki Sasaki in the 8th inning, he had to get out the top of the Blue Jays lineup, but he also had to overcome some bad umpiring there as well, and as evidence in that at bat to Vladdy Guerrero Jr. All right, we got Radius 199. I'm exhausted just from that half inning. Chill around. 27.99. Ohtani starts tomorrow. Is the Dodgers' best chance, but he has to do 3 things. 1, use more than the pitch clock. 2, trust Will Smith more. And 3, emulate what Yama does because he has pitches, win, lose, Dodgers for life. Jason Ayamio, 999. Yamamoto was a bit shaky. Who cares? Still was awesome. Also, Dodgers are 92-5 when they get a 3 spot in an inning. And not to be sour, but Roki was off, and the Jays just got unlucky, just perfect. I got some thoughts on that. I think that you're on the road in the World Series as a rookie, and you're going up against a all-time great offense in the postseason by the metrics, and you're able to get out of it and overcome some bad officiating, some bad umpiring there. Sir Williams, $5. What is your take on Roki and Yama tomorrow? We have to score at least 5+ tomorrow. Jays will bounce back. Hey, well, I'm just going to enjoy this win for a little while long before I talk about tomorrow. If you've been watching the show all week, I've been pushing for Shohei Ohtani to be the opener in Game 7, just for the simple fact that you wouldn't have to worry about losing his DH status. It would be treated as if he was a starting pitcher. And then the main thing was that you're guaranteed to utilize his impact. You're not going to be able to use his impact if you're trailing in the 8th or 9th inning, and it doesn't matter. If you start him as an opener, you're going to get that. And with Glasnow coming in and throwing 3 pitches, that's another big thing about tonight too, was the fact that Tyler Glasnow did throw 3 pitches. So, yes, you go through a full bullpen warm-up session, but he should be in a good spot physically to contribute tomorrow. So that's another thing to factor in as well. I thought it was a very well-managed game by Dave Roberts. For all the people out there that parrot the silly take that the Dodgers are too obsessed with analytics and the metrics and whatever it may be, the analytics and metrics had zero reason, were not at all in any way, shape, or form the reason why the Dodgers were trailing 3-2 in this series. And if you want to look at go with the metrics, just look at the Miguel Rojas. That was a complete gut call by Dave Roberts. From my sources, that was his call. And Miguel Rojas, he rewarded him with great defense. He was in the perfect place to pull off that double play there. And it was just a phenomenal game. And I think, too, Mookie being down the cleanup spot, you heard it before the game that Mookie went into Dave's office, and Dave told Mookie, hey, I want you at cleanup because I want you thinking, let's produce some runs. Let's have some big swings out there. So I think that was the impetus for that as well. So, yeah, I think what you don't see with Dave Roberts is how he motivates guys, how he gets guys to buy in. And he got an MVP, future Hall of Famer, to buy in to being demoted in the lineup on 2 consecutive games. And then he also gave a veteran in Miguel Rojas an opportunity. And I think even though you didn't see offense from him, you saw quality at bats. You saw him take pitches and work counts. And you also saw stellar defense all throughout the night. But how about Will Smith, too? He's a little bit of an unsung hero in this one. Will Smith, he's someone that is as clutch as they come. He was massive in this one. He was batting behind Shohei Ohtani for the second time. I've been screaming on the mountaintop, put Will Smith in the 2-hole. If you've been watching the show, that's what I've been hoping for, praying for, because that gives the Dodgers the best chance to win. He's their best hitter in that spot. Also, he'll be getting the most at-bats if he's there, right? So Will Smith batting right behind Shohei Ohtani. He cashes in right away because Tommy Edman, he doubled down that left field line. And then Will Smith comes up to the plate, and he brings him home. It was his third run-scoring hit off of Gausman this series. So I don't know what Kevin Gausman is going to get Will Smith for Father's Day next year, but it better be something good because Smitty is Kevin Gausman's daddy. He's been owning him this entire series. And Ohtani didn't score from first on the double, but after Freddie Freeman walked, Mookie Betts hit that 2 RBI single to left field. That scored 2 more runs. So, I mean, Will Smith moving into the 2-hole didn't really do much in the first game, but tonight in Toronto, it proved massive. It loomed large, and here was Will Smith after the game.
Yoshinobu, he has been excellent this World Series. What did he do just to set the tone for you guys today?
Yeah, he set the tone. They gave up the 1 run, but gave us 6 strong innings and handed over the bullpen. They shut it down. We needed a good start out of him today based on eliminations. So, yeah.
When it comes to calming down these relievers, I mean, there's a moment Justin Robleski, there's a double on. You guys go and have a conversation with him. What did you say then to kind of ensue that huge strikeout that he had against Jimenez?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk it through with him. Keep some confidence in him, see where he's at. Yeah, got a big punchy right there. They kept the game, 3-1.
We knew this game was going to be all hands on deck for Tyler Glasnow to come out of the bullpen. To how he closed this one out, I mean, what does it say about a guy like him who likely would have had the start tomorrow?
Yeah, he came in, he was nails. I don't know how loose he got, but he seemed calm. Talking to him, he seemed calm actually, which was kind of settled me down, after getting those 2 hits. But yeah, he got the job done. We needed it.
You guys put yourself in a position, you forced a Game 7. What does it mean just to be 1 win away from the ultimate goal you guys had at the beginning of this year?
Yeah, this is where we wanted to be. All year long, this is the goal. To prove we're the best team in baseball, come out tomorrow and do it.
Congratulations on this win, Will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
1 win away. You heard Will Smith. Got some more chats. Keep firing away in the comment section. You are watching the #1 Dodgers show on YouTube and the #1 Dodgers podcast. Thanks for rocking with us. We got Elizabeth Bergman, $5. The best. Never let it rest. Go Dodgers. Never let it rest. We've got the lodge ball was crazy from Al Vanor. That lodge ball, give Justin Dean credit for not trying to do too much in that situation, for just knowing what to do, putting his hands up, making sure you get the ground roll double, because if he messes with that, that messes with the entire inning, and it makes the ball go in play. And so shout out to the wall. And when the Dodgers win the World Series tomorrow, that wall is going to get a ring. We've got Al Valdez, 499, Miggy Rowe in on 3 double plays tonight, not 1 double last game. Yamamuki, Miggy, Glasnow, Kiké, game changers. Yeah, we'll talk a lot about Miguel Rojas and thoughts on what he was able to do tonight, because there were so many plays that he made that they were just very, very impactful that aren't on the offensive end. And he just knows when to make a play. He knows where the base runners are at, and some of the double plays that he turned just looked effortless tonight, and it was huge for this team, because you have to find a way to get your ground ball out. So you can't just strike everyone out. That's not going to happen with this lineup that you're going up against. We got Lola. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. And I know Lola wants a World Series championship celebration tomorrow. $49.99. Wow. Going to buy some new bullpen pieces in this offseason. Appreciate you, Lola. She says, will Lola get what she wants? My original predictions, Dodgers winning 7. Yoshi and Miggy Rowe, my faves. Can I get a swag bag? I'm not on social media, so not sure where to reach out. We'll take care of you, Lola. Absolutely. Find us in the Discord. We'll get you a nice, I mean, you've dropped enough coin to get like every single shirt we have, so I love it. We got Victor Banos, $50. I appreciate that. D-Mac, great win for the Dodgers with muchos huevos. Viva los Dodgers. Yes! I love it. Feel the energy. The Lizard King, 64. The unsung hero was Justin Dean in center field. Had he tried to make a play on that ground roll double, the game is 3-2 with a runner at third with 1 out. Yeah, and I just said it a couple of seconds ago that play is going to be one of the top 15, 20 plays, honestly, that I think will ultimately lead to, hopefully, a World Series championship if they take care of business in Game 7, because you're absolutely right. When Barger doubled to center, if he does not put his hands up and he tries to make a play on that, then they get the run there, because Straw would have scored, and then you would have had the runner on third in a 3-2 game with 1 out. And once you start the scoring, it just becomes easier. So just, yes, it still kept it okay if you hit a home run, it's in play. But I also think that that's kind of what led to some of those big swings that we were seeing is so these Toronto Blue Jays players, Clement and Jimenez, maybe they're swinging a little big, trying to make something happen there, and it just changes the complexion of that inning. Justin Dean, a guy that I talked to Justin Dean after they won the NLDS, and I said, Justin, if I told you at the beginning of the season if you were going to be a part of this World Series team, this team that could win a championship, he would said, I'd call you a liar. I wouldn't have believed it in a million years. So for Justin Dean to have this moment for this team, I think I think it's just an incredible one of the many incredible stories from this team. But hey, still got work to do. Like the great Kobe Bryant said, job not finished, one win away. But you have to feel that momentum from the Los Angeles Dodgers. And one of the many things that happened tonight to feel good about is, yes, hey, when your pitching can hold an offense like that to one run, Justin Robleski gets a lot of credit, Roki Sasaki, Tyler Glasnow, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. You got to tip your cap and appreciate the kind of talent that you have out of your rotation. And having a guy like Robo come through was huge. But still, I think scoring first really, really mattered in this one. Because then it puts the wheels in motion to know that you're going to use Roki, to know that Tyler Glasnow is available, to know you're going to use Robo in that spot. And Mookie Betts, I saw the memes out there, people posting milk boxes saying, where's Mookie Betts? Questioning Marcus Lynn Betts. Well, Mookie, he came through with the hit of the night in this one. He really did with that single to left field off of Gausman. And he's had a lot of success against Gausman in his career. And heading into tonight, he was hitting over 300 against him in his career with 53 plate appearances. That is a pretty decent sample size. So that was why you saw Dave Roberts still keep him higher in the order. And it was in the cleanup spot. It was the perfect spot. And after just scoring 4 runs in their last 29 innings, the Dodgers had scored, let me repeat that. They had scored just 4 runs in their last 29 innings, and they scored 3 runs there, and that was huge to get 3 runs there in that top of the 3rd inning. The way they did, it was massive, and Mookie Betts gets a lot of credit for coming through with a big at bat in a big spot. And here was Mookie Betts just moments ago from Toronto.
For you yesterday, I know you were kind of working on some things in the cage. To see those turn into results today, how rewarding was that? And just how much better is the swing kind of feeling at this moment?
It felt all right today. We'll see about tomorrow. But, yeah, I came in. I was hitting all day yesterday. And you know how I always work. And just to get it to show up today in a big spot, it's really refreshing. But shout out to the boys for getting on base and creating some traffic for the moment.
How this game ended was insane. When you think about just whether it's Tyler Glasnow coming out of the pen, the double play, what can a win like this do for you guys as you now forced to Game 7? You're looking to win this whole thing.
I mean, it just gave us another game. I mean, we can't really roll anything into another game. That team over there is really good, and so we know they're going to come out ready to go. But we should be ready to go as well.
Mookie, you can just part of a lot of huge games in your lifetime. Can you just talk about being a part of this one, considering the stakes and the swings in this game, everything that happened?
Yeah, I mean, that was just a really good baseball game. Great pitching from both sides. Not a whole lot of offense. I mean, I know they still collected a lot of hits as they always do, but we were able to kind of keep them away from building innings. In that last inning, Kiké coming up with a big play. Glass coming up with, I think he only threw like 3 pitches. So, I mean, it's just that was a really good team win, and, it's fun to be a part of games like that.
Ricky, how would you describe the way you guys are always able to find a way to win or bounce back when you guys are backs are against the wall?
I don't know that you can really describe it outside of, like, the love for each other. If you just felt, it's hard to explain. If you feel what I feel in the clubhouse, you would understand. But I know it comes from love.
A week ago we were here, obviously, after the loss, and you talked about this is a 7-game series. Now it's a 1-game series.
So there was Mookie Betts, a one-game series, as the reporter says right there. Let's bring this one home. Because tomorrow you've got Glasnow, you've got Shohei, you've got Blake Snell. Also, Emmet Sheehan doesn't go tonight as well. So that's another name at your disposal. It's Game 7. It's absolute cinema, right? It is a show, and everyone is going to be involved in some capacity. And I love what Mookie Betts said right there about the love, because there is a lot of love, and it's tough to explain. But if you're inside that clubhouse and you see the way they communicate with each other, you see when guys go over to other guys' clubhouses, their lockers, when they've had a bad game. I saw players go to Tanner Scott in certain spots and things like that. There's just a mutual respect, and everyone knows that if you're on this team, you're on this team for a reason, and that's because this organization believes in you, and there's just this common trust level and the support system. There is no jealousy like you might see in other clubhouses. Everyone wants everyone to win. Everyone wants everyone to stack dubs in their personal goals and their personal career. And this team loves Mookie Betts. I've said it multiple times that even though this is Shohei Ohtani's franchise, it really is Mookie Betts' team. And you see that in the clubhouse, because when he needs to say something, he's going to say something. And this is a guy who was not afraid to tell reporters a couple nights ago when he told us, hey, I've been terrible. I can't tell you why, but it's not for a lack of effort. And like I said, I saw there was a video that was going viral of Mookie Betts taking batting practice, and everyone was saying that on the clip that they were showing that he was hitting a pop out or a fly out in that situation. Oh, he's flying out. Oh, what's good is this? That was a drill. Okay, so calm down, internet, acting like you're internet hitting coaches, okay? Like, Mookie Betts knows what he's doing. This organization knows what they're doing, and that's why they're one win away from a World Series. So I love the redemption arc for Mookie Betts that's building. And I have to talk a little bit about Justin Robleski, because Justin Robleski, who did not pitch in the 5 games that he was active in the NLCS, he goes scoreless in his inning while the Dodgers were down in Game 1. So he gets his feet wet in his first taste of World Series action. And then he goes 5 outs in that 6th inning and the 7th inning of the wild Game 3. And then he goes into the 7th inning. He gave a 2-out double to Ernie Clement, but he gets out of that by striking out Andrés Jimenez. It was a really nice fastball, 98 miles per hour, had the arm side run, and that gets him out of his 2nd inning of work. So it was really, really, really impressive to see what Justin Robleski did in a massive spot. The Dodgers trying to stave off elimination, and Justin Robleski tonight in another opportunity to pitch in the World Series. He gives a 1 hit, has 2 strikeouts, no walks, throws 16 pitches, and he was pounding the strike zone. He was attacking 16 pitches, 12 for strikes. He is a certified dog. Give him his bullpen dog collar, because he went 1 inning tonight, worked his way around that double, was able to get out of it. So really proud of the work from Justin Robleski in this one. And I know a lot of people are as well. Just an incredible, incredible showing by him. And then, yeah, it was just such a team effort. Tyler Glasnow gets his redemption, and he's someone that you know for a fact this means something. Tyler Glasnow told me a couple weeks ago that winning a World Series would be special, right? It would be awesome. Winning a World Series would be great no matter what. But he told me a few weeks ago on the field at Dodger Stadium, I was interviewing him, and we kind of talked a little bit, that it just hits different when it's for your hometown team. It just hits different when you win a World Series for a team that you grew up watching, and guys like Clayton Kershaw that you grew up watching and idolizing to an extent. So this would be so special for a guy like Tyler Glasnow, and I think, too, for Dodgers fans. I mean, what makes this team so great is they're not just the greatest players in the league. Like, they're a collection of the greatest players in the world. Like, they are a a team with world-class talent. We got Japan represented with Shohei and Yamamoto and Roki. You've got Puerto Rico in Kiké Hernández, Venezuela. You've got just so many different countries. And then you got a dude from down the street in Tyler Glasnow from Santa Clarita representing a Cali kid. And I think that's a really cool connection that he has with this team, is he's kind of one of those guys, a local dude, to have a chance to win a World Series. I think it'd be special. And he just came up so massive. And I just heard what Will Smith said about him. Will Smith said that he was cool and he was calm, and you could just tell that he was present in the moment and that he was ready to go out there and execute, and he did just that. But let's hear from Tyler Glasnow, who's talking to reporters in Toronto.
I thought it might have dropped, and then I saw, like, I don't know, it was close enough and caught it and threw him out. It was kind of crazy. It wasn't like enough time to think. I thought off the bat it might have been a hit, but it was good. Got a double play.
Didn't have time to think what was going through your head as that was.
I don't have enough time to think about it. I just thought, please don't be a hit. Sweet, it's not a hit. Nice, a double play. That was my thinking, I guess.
What was your experience of taking that game in from the bullpen?
I did it in Philly. Kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really think I was gonna get in there. I wasn't like super, but I think as the game got a little bit sticky at the end, I was like, all right, there's a real chance I'll get in the game. But yeah, it's a cool perspective to watch from the bullpen.
And then when's the last time in your life, if you could think back, that you appeared in a game on back-to-back days?
I don't know if I've ever done it. I don't know, but I don't think it's not like I pitched like a lot, like a heavy bullpen or something, and pitched, and like it's not all the same stuff. I threw like barely any pitches. I didn't really warm up a ton either. So then I threw 3 pitches. So I'm
and then what was your work like before the game?
Normal pre-day. Like I get on it pretty well, and yeah, no mound or anything, but it feels normal.
Then you were throwing up a lot of hoping that. Go ahead. Sorry. Were you just trying to get that first pitch swing?
Yeah, I think I kind of had a feeling they were in ambush. I don't really throw a lot of two-seams to righties, and I think that it ran pretty good inside. Just trying to locate it in, and I got the quick out, and that always feels good to get like the first out. And then I threw another two-seam and got another out and double play.
Dave talks about like staying loose, especially just being down 3-2. Like how that's due when you're down in that spot, and how much did sort of like not losing your head sort of impact sort of being able to hold on over that game?
Yeah, I think I kind of was like, I'm not really going to think about like what's at stake. I just have to go and try to make a pitch, each pitch at a time, and if I execute it, things will work out. And I'm not like, I didn't have any idea about like the situation or anything. There wasn't like any extra pressure. I was just trying to like make my pitches and not really think about it. It kind of got thrown on me. I warmed up for like very little, got out there. It was like no thinking at all. It kind of just, and it worked out. I didn't have time to stew on it.
A lot of hitters will talk about growing up, as a hitter. I imagine playing in my backyard, game 6 or 7 of the World Series, I get the winning hit. Did you ever imagine throwing the last pitch as a closer?
There was a couple daydreams in the pen today that I was like, am I going to get in the game in like maybe 9th innings? So I think I've had all sorts of daydreams about like every pitching thing possible as a kid. I think like relieving or closing out a game or starting the World Series, I thought about it all the time. So it's pretty wild. I still haven't really processed it either. I think going out to be able to get a save in the World Series is pretty wild.
And you pitched a lot in Pittsburgh, right? In relief?
Say again?
You pitched a lot in relief in Pittsburgh.
Not all. I pitched like mop-up rolls, not a lot, but I was in the pen a little bit.
What were they missing? Like your arm's pretty good.
I wasn't very good then. They were, yeah. I never threw strikes. Wasn't that good. That's what they were. Yeah.
What was your reaction when the call does come down to the pen? You're next man up. I mean, what do you at that point? What's
I honestly didn't have time to think about how I felt. I just was like, I got to get going. Like this situation's calling for me to get in pretty quick. So I threw like, I don't even know, 7, 8 pitches. I just said I was ready to go, and right when I said I was ready to go, he came out and got me. So I didn't have a ton of time to like. It's just so much different than starting, where you kind of have the day to like think and game plan. It's just you know who you're facing, you go out and try to make pitches, and it worked out tonight.
I mean, is that the way you would rather have had it instead of thinking about it?
I don't know. I don't really have anything to compare it to. I think it was nice to not have. Yeah, just go out, throw me in. I liked it. I think that the bullpen is kind of a nice switch up too, especially when you're in that routine of starting. It's just kind of a nice change of pace, I guess.
And what does it mean for you tomorrow? What does it mean for you tomorrow?
I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know yet. Yeah.
Obviously, must win for Game 6, but just describe the magnitude of the force in that Game 7.
Yeah, it's everything. That's why we're here. It was all hands on deck today. And Mookie came up with a huge hit. Bullpen did well. Everyone threw well, and we're going to Game 7.
What about the swing of emotions in that final inning? Can you describe that?
I think like while warming up, I just was trying to like not even think about it. Like just focus on my pitches, each pitch at a time. It was pretty wild. I think like especially when they call your name in the bullpen, you get that big adrenaline jump. But yeah, just ran out, and then it worked out. Yeah.
Tyler Glasnow, who did say after that he would be available for tomorrow. So expect to see Glasnow in. And you just try to wrap your head around what just happened. Think of the scenario that he's in. Roki Sasaki starts that inning, and you're hoping it's Roki gets the job done. Glasnow knows he might have to pitch in Game 7, might have to pitch in this game, finds a way to get ready. He enters the game with runners on second and third, no outs, with the winning run to win the World Series. Tyler Glasnow could have been a part of a moment that he did not want to be a part of for the rest of his life. You see the Joe Carter highlights. You see Nestor Cortez walking off after giving up a walk-off grand slam to Freddie Freeman. That could have been Tyler Glasnow if things did not go right. Instead, he comes in, needed 3 pitches to get 3 outs to send the Dodgers into the winner-take-all Game 7. Just the hometown hero, an absolute hometown hero, Tyler Glasnow. Give it up for Tyler Glasnow. 3 pitches, just crazy, insane. And here's the other thing, too. That was the first save of his career. Imagine the first save of your career being in the World Series to save the day, save the season, and send your team to a winner-take-all. I mean, that was Houdini stuff. I mean, second and third, no outs, 3 pitches, absolute stones for Tyler Glasnow. All right, let's do some more super chats here. We've got could have been less stress on us if Teo comes through with the bases loaded. He needs to come through tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I think some of the negatives of this game, I mean, you look at just the box score, the Dodgers, they win by a final score of 3-1. They did get out hit 8-4. You had an error for the Dodgers. Max Muncy early in the game, it didn't lead to a hit. But you look at the run scoring opportunities that the Dodgers had. They did go 2 for 6 after having just 1 run scoring opportunity in Game 5. To go 2 for 6, at least you created more stress. You created more pressure. So that's certainly something you want to see. But Teoscar Hernandez, he did go 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position in this game. And sure, I mean, look, you got to just hope that you get more from it. The top of the 3rd inning, you had runners on first and second. He goes down swinging, chased the splitter down in the zone. And he's a guy that there's high variance. I mean, there just is. I mean, that's just kind of how it is for Teoscar Hernandez sometimes. Sometimes he comes through. He was one of the few Dodgers that had been having a good series heading into this game. But he'll be the first to tell you that you want to see him better in better moments, and tonight was not his best night. I mean, bases loaded, top of the 8th inning, after Shohei Ohtani somehow reached out and got a double that just kept carrying to the wall off Lou Hardy. They intentionally walked Smith. Then Dominguez comes in. Mookie Betts, he walks. A really good at bat by Betts. He took a 6-pitch walk to load the bases. And then Teoscar Hernandez, he goes down swinging, chase a 4-seamer off the plate. So, hey, wasn't his day tonight, but that's been the theme of this entire year, really, guys bouncing back. So, yeah, I would not be shocked if Teoscar Hernandez had a big moment tomorrow. So that definitely is something to think about. Some more super chats down below. We got Coach D-Mac, you the best. Professor Yamamoto, appreciate you, my man. $5. Jade, $9.99. I'm stationed in Germany, and I've seen every postseason game. I'll gladly wake up at 1 a.m. One more time. Let's go, Dodgers. Jason, D-Mac, I'm happy with the 3 runs, but I think they need to score 5 and get real creative with the bullpen tomorrow if they do. Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, we'll see what we're going to do a morning show to talk about that for sure. We got Ryan says, is it excessive to say that double play took the momentum away from the Blue Jays? Look, that's a double play that, I mean, you talk about some great moments defensively. Go back to 2020. Mookie Betts, some of the plays he made, the shoestring catch to get Marcell Ozuna, who left third base early, the Superman double play to get Dansby Swanson from Justin Turner in the Braves series. You talk about Even last year, some of the plays that Kiké Hernández made, they were fantastic as well. I mean, you've gotten really great, memorable defensive plays, and that's one that I think is more memorable than all of them, because that is a defensive play that I think goes down in Dodgers lore forever, that we talk about forever, just because it is the play that sent the Dodgers to Game 7. And yes, it was bad base running by Barger, but what made the play was Kiké Hernández charging the way he did, getting the exchange out, Miguel Rojas being at the perfect place at the perfect time, and you capitalized on their mistakes. Last game, it was the Dodgers, 3 wild pitches, Teoscar Hernandez letting a ball get by him that he dove for inexplicably that turned a single into a triple. They were making the mistakes. Today, the mistake that the Blue Jays made was absolutely catastrophic, and if the Dodgers win tomorrow, you could look back and say maybe it cost them the World Series. I mean, it was that bad of a base running blunder. But now let's hear from Dave Roberts. Actually, I'm going to read 10 comments. Keep flying, guys. I'm going to dedicate an entire window to comments later, but let's keep reading here. We got Irving Moreno, $10. I love this team. All arms, bats on deck. Game is tomorrow. I'm ready to call out Monday. I love it. You ready for the parade? I love it. We've got sports cards, report cards, $4.99. The offense is still ishy, but the need to dig down deeper now than ever tomorrow. All hands on deck and man your battle stations. Jason B., can we play the Yoshi theme song? We did. Bruce Wayne, $5. First World Series to be decided in 8 games. Need the offense to finally explode for real. I think all Dodgers starters should and could pitch tomorrow. I mean, you saw Yoshi. The guy's crazy, and I wouldn't put it past him. But let's hear from Dave Roberts. He's going to be speaking to the media here in just a few seconds. So let's hear what Dave has to say, and let's see if he announces the starter for tomorrow. Let's hear what he had to say. Here was Dave Roberts following the Dodgers win in Game 6. Game 7, baby. Who's ready? You ready, Dodgers Nation? It's going to be tough to sleep tonight.
We'll start with Barry in the middle.
With Glass now doing the last 2 batters, what's your pitching situation lined up now for tomorrow?
Not sure the pitching situation, but Glass will be available. Everyone will be available.
And you don't know who you're going to start
No,
yet? That's
not
TBD?
yet. TBD.
Okay.
Other questions for Doc? We'll go to Dylan in the second row.
When you say everyone, does that include Yamamoto?
Not Yamamoto. Sorry.
We'll go to Katie in the third row.
Dave, first, your thoughts on how that bottom of the 9th inning transpired?
Wow, gets 0-2 to Kirk and hits him with the split, and then Barger gets a fastball, good piece of hitting, and from that point on, for me, I just felt that, Roki wasn't as sharp, and I just felt we needed some swing and miss, and Glass was the guy, so I had him loose, kind of looming, and just a situation. I was, the pop up was huge. But I was looking for somebody that can get some swing and miss and some kind of elite stuff, and that's why I decided to go with Glass.
Justin Dean comes in as a defensive replacement, and obviously the game finds you right away. But his awareness to signal that play dead immediately allowed it to just be a 2-base rule. What can you say about his cognizance there?
No, it was great, but, as the rule is current, you want to play that ball actually, and you can go back and replay the lodged ball. But he still was aware of it being lodged, and then the outfield umpire kind of blew it dead as well. So it worked out great, but certainly good awareness.
Third row on your right, Doc.
Hey, Dave. Were you happy with the changes you made to the lineup tonight?
I was. First off, Miggy played the heck out of second base and made some huge plays. And we were hoping for that kind of energy infusion tonight. We got that from Miggy. Obviously, the Kiké play, the double play, but in between ball was huge from Kiké to Miggy to end the game. And then Mookie, I liked him. We talked about letting the game come to him a little bit, and he got a huge hit for us.
Should we expect a similar lineup tomorrow?
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like what we were doing. Yeah.
Standing on your far left in the corner, John.
Yeah, is Ohtani possible to start tomorrow?
It's a possibility.
More likely to start than relief due to the rules?
It's a possibility. We're not certain, but it's a possibility.
Is Glass now a possibility to start?
Glass now is a possibility to pitch tomorrow. They're all possibilities,
possible.
John. That's right.
Okay, got you, Doc.
Sorry, John.
Doc, did you consider dropping Betts even further down than 4 or out of the lineup at all?
Not at
and
all.
if not, why?
Because he's one of our guys, and I'm going to, as they say, ride or die with him. And so I felt that, putting him in the 4 slows things down, lets the game come to him, but I'm not going to run for Mookie Betts. He's just too good of a player. And so that was not a consideration.
Seated right near Joel in the third row.
Piggyback on the previous question. If the Shohei agreed with it, what kind of conversation did you have with him for tomorrow?
Just kind of figuring out what his temperature is on starting versus coming out of the pen. And so we're close to a decision.
He never pitched it with a 3 days rest in the regular season. Are you confident to send him out to the mound?
I am. We all are. This is Game 7, so there's a lot of things that people haven't done, and you've just got to trust your players and try to win a baseball game.
Go to Ron and then AJ. Ron up front.
As the ball flares off Jimenez's bat, what's going through your mind till you see?
Stay up in the air. And Kiké just gets great jumps. He is one of my favorite baseball players to watch. He's one of the headiest baseball players I've ever been around. And, even just the getting off on the ball, the awareness to get to his arm, get the ball into second base. He's just a heck of a baseball player. And he did that, I think, from left field to first base too in another series, or it might have been this series. But heck of a baseball player, heck of a play.
And when you looked up, were you surprised he was there?
He got a good jump on. I was praying.
And we'll go to AJ in the fourth row on your left, Doc.
What do you think of Yamamoto today, and what went into the decision to lift him after 6 innings?
He was good. I thought Yamamoto was very good, actually. I just felt that Vladdy at bat, the Bichette at bat, certainly gets out of that 6th inning. But I just felt that I wanted to give Robo a clean inning, and I just didn't feel great about somebody potentially cleaning up his mess in the 7th, and I felt that was just Yamamoto did his job for the night, in my opinion.
Third row on your right, Doc.
Hi, Doc. Putting Wroblewski up in the mound today was a hard decision. How you felt with that?
Well, it's never good taking Yamamoto out of a game, certainly in a playoff game. But I think the way that Robo's been throwing the baseball, his confidence, it's a different look, and I trust him. I felt he was the right guy for that part of the order.
Standing in the back left, John.
Yeah, you won a couple of elimination games last year, and you won, obviously, today's elimination game. Your team seemed loose. How do you feel about tomorrow?
I feel great. John. We're gonna leave it out there. I don't think that the pressure, the moment's going to be too big for us. We got to go out there and win one baseball game. We've done that all year. Everyone's bought in, and so I don't know how the game's going to play out. But as far as kind of the moment, winning a game, I couldn't be more excited to get to sleep and wake up to play a baseball game tomorrow.
There was Dave Roberts, a couple of takeaways from what he said. Everyone's available tomorrow, not Yamamoto. It does sound like to me like they're going away Glass now versus Ohtani. If I gun to my head, if I'm betting man, I'm going Ohtani for that one. He said he liked the lineup, the infusion. You got Miguel Rojas. I expect to see him back in there. He made big-time plays all throughout this game. And it was not just offensively and taking good, solid at-bats. He's a guy. You need a guy to lay out a bunt, he'll do it. You need a guy to take some pitches, he'll do it. You need a guy to put the ball in play. Miguel Rojas can do it. But today, bottom of the first inning, you got a double play ball that they were able to get with Max Muncy. But after that, you saw some other double plays that were even massive, even not just the last one. The 4th inning, Varsho ground into a 4-6-3 double play. That was a big play. And then, of course, Jimenez lining into that double play to end the game when they doubled Barger off at second base. Just legendary stuff. And I'll tell you about a moment. If you go to my Twitter, I posted this video. It got like 1 million views of Miguel Rojas. And it was him in the Dodgers dugout. And he's just the last guy to leave, the last guy to exit the Dodgers dugout after their Game 5 loss. It's got 1 million views I posted this video, and you see him right there. He's contemplating. Oh, that's actually not that. That's a report for someone else. Let me see where else if I can find it. There you go. This video right here. It's Miguel Rojas, and look at him right here. Like he's just no Dodgers in the dugout. He's taking his hat off, kind of messing with his hair. He's soaking it all in. Here's Alex Call walking out into the clubhouse, and Rojas is just sitting there. And I'm right about to do the show, and I'm all set up right in the press box right there, and I'm just looking at Rojas, thinking like, man, what's going on here? And he just kept standing there. This video actually was a 5-minute video, and I only posted the last 1:30 because that's how much you can do with a reel. Why is Antonio texting me? Why is Tony Taters texting me? That's probably a super chat. But probably telling me his girlfriend's stories or something like that. But look at Rojas right there. And he was just soaking all in. And you could tell how much this guy loves baseball, how much he loves this team. He told me after the wild card round that he plans to retire after the following season. And he wants to finish his career with the Dodgers. That's what he told me. He wants to finish his career with this team. And tonight, he provided a spark. He provided some life. And defensively, it was him and Kiké Hernández that were the tandem to get that play done. And I think if you look at Dave Roberts, the move to put in Glasnow when he did, the move to put Rojas in the lineup like he did, to move Mookie down, where are all the Dave Roberts haters tonight? Huh? Where are all the Dave Roberts haters? Because I'm pretty sure they're Homer Simpson going into the hedge. But here was Miguel Rojas after the game talking about his night.
Obviously, how this game ended was insane. Just to complete that double play, what were you reading in that moment and just the emotions we saw from you? Can you describe that moment?
Yeah, pretty epic ending there. I mean, the Dodgers are being, like I said before the game, been giving so much to baseball, and I think this is another proof of like a team that never gonna quit, you know, on any situation, any particular case. I feel like when Glasnow got the ball there, I feel like totally confident on him getting those outs. I mean, we had a conversation there in the mound. What should we do? Should we play back or whatever? Because we don't play behind Glasnow late in games like that. And I mean, we just like he's gonna get a strikeout. He's gonna get it done. So I think fully confidence on every guy, and obviously Kiké with an amazing read going in that ball. Identifying that it was a broken bat and closed really good on it. And I mean, after that, when he threw the ball to second, I said, no way, this ball is getting past me. And I'm happy that the game got over there.
You talked before the game about concentrating and on every play. You were in the middle of 4 huge plays. Is that what you're talking about? I mean, you were in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, it feels like in these kind of games, you always have to kind of like do your part. You know, it doesn't matter what you do. It can be on the defensive side, it can be on the offensive side, it can be on the bases. You gotta kind of like play the game and play one pitch at a time, and don't take any pitches off. And that's the reason why we were able to make really good plays, big plays when we need to. And we saw Yamamoto like never take the foot out of the gas pedal. Every pitch was like really intense, and you kind of want to match that, you know, like that's the definition of like setting the tone for the team. And I think he did an amazing job setting the tone for us, and you just want to make every play behind him.
And it was your first game in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I was ready for the opportunity. To be honest with you, this is what I've been doing for the team the last couple of years. I was in that everyday shortstop last year. Something happened, and I have to step in and play shortstop. Same thing with the opportunity this year. I wasn't playing that much early in the year, but always ready for the opportunity. And for a guy like me, it's not as hard than for another guy to ask him to play after 3 weeks off. I feel like when you're ready and when you know your role, you're always gonna be ready for the opportunity.
What was that like for you when they came to you, you know, before the game? So this is your night.
Yeah, it didn't happen last night. It happened right after the game was over in LA, Game 5. So I got a couple days to get ready, and I knew I was gonna play second base today. And I mean, there's nothing new, you know. Like you get through these moments during the regular season too. And Doug, pretty open with me. He told me he need me at second base for today, and say I got you, and I will do whatever it takes to help the team win.
Miguel Rojas, you have to feel happy about his night. Also, this is a picture that I think that I'm going to frame and put in my office maybe have it as my lock screen for at least a month. And, of course, I'm talking about this picture right here. This picture of Justin Dean and the awareness that he showed, the presence of mind to be a rookie where your only job is to step up and play defense as a defensive substitution. Shout out to the wall. That wall, they need to take that wall, and the Dodgers should buy that wall and have it on display on the concourse somehow. The Dodgers need to give this wall a World Series ring if they win tomorrow. Because that is a play that we're going to talk about. I mean, a play where if you're Justin Dean in that situation, your first instinct is, okay, I'm going to panic. I'm going to try to grab this baseball to try to get it in. And he was just put into the game as a defensive replacement for the 9th inning. That was the only inning that he played. And instead of doing what would have been the wrong thing to do, but the instinctive thing to do, instead of picking up that ball, he knew the ruling and what it was going to be. He puts his hands up. That possibly saved the Dodgers season. I can't believe I'm saying this. That Justin Dean may have saved the Dodgers season. I mean, this is wild. This is wild. This is a movie for the Dodgers this year. There's just so much that has transpired for this team. And for Justin Dean to step up and make that play the way he did, forever Dodger legend. Join the crew. Here was Justin Dean just moments ago from the Dodgers clubhouse in Toronto.
Back at him, he's still running. I'm like, I don't like that. So I just grabbed it. I grabbed once, had to re-grab, and then ended up throwing it in. But it's an incredible opportunity for me, for the whole team. It just seems fitting to. If you're going to go back-to-back, it's going to be a crazy story, so you might as well. Game 7, hope for the best.
Thank you. Thanks for the start, I guess.
Keep running, and it's just going to have to go to review, but I was just trusting that the rule is the rule.
Yeah.
And trusting that ball fit into the description. So.
Your instincts were keen.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, all right.
Have you seen a play like that before where the ball really just stuck there as soon as it, like, you saw that happen? Right. And have you ever had a play like that in your career?
That's a good question. Maybe once. I don't know if I was getting the ball. I've seen it before, like I said, from a distance, but that's probably my first time, me getting the ball and me having to throw my hands up.
But to have the presence of mind to know, like, that's not, because
right, yeah,
usually you're just going to go for the ball.
Yeah, it's just something that you're taught from an early age. It's like, hey, if you see this, throw your hands up. Like I said, I've seen it happen before. I just haven't had to do it. I guess it's just him hitting the ball that hard and me expecting the ball to bounce off the wall and then not doing it gave me the confidence to throw my hands up.
And then really quick, when Kiké's like saying get the ball, you're like, no.
Kiké's telling me, Kiké's doing the same thing.
Oh, I see.
Hands up, throw your hands up. And I'm listening and I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
And then I look and I see him run and I'm like, I'm gonna grab it. But, we made the right read at first.
Awesome.
Return that. Yeah, I mean, the review is always a little nerve-wracking, I guess, but growing up playing baseball, I've heard that rule like countless times. If it's something lodged, like just throw your hands up. I saw the ball did not bounce back to me at all. I just trusted that was going to be the call, and luckily that was the call.
Yeah, because you trusted your instinct instantly. There was no doubt.
No, absolutely. The ball, like I said, the ball didn't bounce back. He smacked it. It's usually going to come off that wall hard. I've been scouting it on BP and whatnot, and it didn't bounce back, so I was ready.
Cool. Thank
you.
Absolutely wild. I mean, the fact that you're a defensive substitution, your instinct is, hey, I'm in here. I just got in here. I want to make something happen. I'm trying to make a play. Instead, give him all the credit of the world. And also, too, I'm going to do a breakdown on the LA Sports Report after this. And it looked like it was Kiké Hernández that may have been telling him to put his hands up. So, I mean, either he's listening, but Kiké also put his hands up, but still Justin Dean to not go and grab that ball. It may have saved the Dodgers season. I mean, we're talking about that an absolute in that situation. That is absolutely something that could have transpired. So Justin Dean, just a phenomenal play there, knowing the rules and just being there. And he's been great for the Dodgers this entire postseason in his role, making sliding catches. He's just been great. I mean, you saw him in the Game 3 game. So I love me some Justin Dean. He's just been fantastic for this team in his role. He does whatever they ask, and it's got to be a dream for him. He told me it's a dream for him to be out there like that. So really cool stuff from Justin Dean. Now let's hear from Kiké Hernández.
Well, Kiké, first, just how this game ended, the double play. What were you reading just off the bat from Jimenez, though, and kind of then seeing Barger as he was advancing?
Obviously, with Glasnow's stuff, I was anticipating. Are we okay? Okay, yeah. I guess we don't need that. What was the question?
Just what you were reading off the bat from Jimenez.
With Glasnow's stuff, I was just anticipating him hitting the ball like to the left side of the field, and I was playing on shallow, tying runner at second base. I just wanted to make sure that if he got a hit through the 6-hole, I was going to be shallow enough to keep the runner, the tying runner at second base, or the tying runner that was at second base, keep him at third, and then the batter runner stay at first. But for a split second, as Glasnow threw the ball, the crowd got quiet, and I was able to hear that the bat broke. So I just got a really good jump on the ball, and I came in, and halfway there, the ball got in the lights, and I was just like, not the right time to stop to see where the ball is. Just keep going. You have an idea where the ball is going to go, and at the very end, ball got out of the lights, went in my glove, and I felt that the guy on second had took a little bit too big of a, off the bat, he might have thought that the ball was going to drop, so I felt that he was kind of off the bag, but I was coming in full speed, so I didn't want to really throw hard because I was probably going to throw it over his head, and unbelievable pick by Miggy. I didn't give him the best of throws, but he was able to stay with it, and we forced Game 7.
You heard him right there. Fascinating stuff, mentioning the crowd going quiet. So he heard the sound of the bat and charged in. And it wasn't the best throw, but you have Miguel Rojas, who is one of the best infielders in the sport, to make an instinctive play at a time like that. Just great stuff. I like this comment here. The outfielder was our fourth wall. Love that stuff. All right, guys, let's hear from you. Let's go down to the comment section for the rest of the show. Bong Song 1990. Will Smith with the air guitar celebration. Freaking epic. Let's go. Yeah, that was awesome. Just going crazy with it. Jose D-Mac, wear your costume. Beat the Pigeons from M8KE. Beat the Pigeons. Kevin Turner. Every MLB player on both rosters was born wishing for a Game 7. None of them need help from anyone. Everyone just relax and happily watch the game. The national pastime. May the best team win. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, enjoy this. Enjoy tomorrow. I mean, if you are a lifelong Dodgers fan, you know that we waited 32 years to get back into the Fall Classic from 1988 to 2020 and to 1997, and the first time to win one in 2020. So there was long droughts from 1988 to 2017 to getting that first World Series in 2020 to winning another one in 2024. These things aren't guaranteed. They really are not. And you have to appreciate and savor it. And the Dodgers have a chance to do something really special tomorrow. By the way, 9 of the last 11 World Series have been won on the road. We got to Drake curse worked as planned. Yeah, how many L's is Drake going to take from the city of Los Angeles? We'll see tomorrow. Richard D'Angelo 999. Go Dodgers. Huge fan of your show, D-Mac. Been listening this whole season. Thanks for all you do. Let's break all these statistics. You know what I'm talking about. Back-to-back Geektober, baby. Yes, exactly. Let's do that. And let's be the first team to go back-to-back in 25 years. Mr. Valdez, $5. Daniel Cesar, $1.99. That high chopper bare hand to Freddie was huge. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the many plays that you saw from Miguel Rojas in this one. And that's what he brings. I mean, you just never know when he's going to make a play for you and how that's going to happen. And I think that's kind of what really makes him such a unique player, is that he can miss significant time and not get playing time, but still have the ability to hang his hat on his defense. And you saw that on that play where it was the only way that you could have made that play. It was the only way that he could have done it, and he barehands it. He flips it over to Freddie Freeman, and it's just one of those plays you look at in a game that had a lot of really clutch plays. And I think Justin Robleski, he really loved that play too. It was the bottom of the 7th inning. You got one out, and it's a great play where Barger, he just kind of hits a little bit of a chopper, and it goes really high. Rojas timed it so perfectly on the dirt, and he barehands it, and Barger is hustling down the line. His helmet falls off, and Miggy Rowe fires it over to first, and they get the second out of that inning. And that was a play where if he doesn't barehand it, you don't make that play. I mean, you just can't. He had the way I would describe Miguel Rojas is he has a defensive presence, and he's smooth. He makes it look effortless. It was clutch, and it really helped keep the Dodgers alive because Robleski, he's certified, I think, as a dog now, but I think it's kind of one of those plays you look back and say, hey, you got that play by Rojas, and it went a long way in helping him get the job done. But I like that. I like that take right there. That's from my man Daniel Cesar. Robert, happy Halloween, Dodgers fans. Woo! Yeah, I mean, that was a scary Halloween movie that and I got my Halloween Dodgers Dia de los Muertos, button up by Rain Spooner. And that was scary. That was scarier than any movie I've ever seen. Scarier than The Exorcist. Scarier than Halloween. Scarier than any A24 type movie. I mean, that thing was scary. We got Dodgers NATION over everything. Andy Chen, appreciate that. Bruce, salute D-Mac. Let's go Dodgers. Get 7. Rose Marcano, D-Mac, we need to lock it up tomorrow and win for Kershaw and Vesia. Yeah, I love that take. That's a great take for sure. Tom Stevens, D-Mac, you've been on the money all postseason. From the rosters to the lineups, do you know something or are you making educated guesses? I'll just say no comment to that one. But I would say there's a reason why it's the #1 Dodgers podcast and Dodgers show on YouTube. But thanks for rocking with us, guys. I want to read some more comments here. We'll give out a Mr. Keektober shirt here to a lucky winner by going over to gearup.la. So, yeah, thanks for rocking with us, guys. Just an incredible game. So many memorable plays. I want to say thank you to Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Tyler Glasnow and everyone, this whole roster. They fought hard today. They showed this team has fight. They showed that they can get off the mat and take a punch. They showed grit, tenacity, and this team is very tough to beat. And like I said yesterday, this Dodgers team, they're at their best when their backs are against the wall. And I hate that that's how it has to be, but that's just the truth. And this Dodgers team, right when you think they're dead, they come back to life like it's a zombie movie, like it is you're coming out of the coffin, and they did that tonight after 2 of the most disappointing games you'll ever see in the World Series. They bounced back, and they beat the Blue Jays on the road to force Game 7. And tomorrow is going to be an absolutely electric game where you could get some revenge against 2 players. One, Cheater Springer, and then also Max Scherzer, Mr. Dead Arm. So let's not forget that. Some more super chats from Antonio, Tony Taters. We've got Barca, $5. Game went 6-7, but for real, I hope we win for Kirsch and Vesia. Don't hit me with the 6-7. Come on. Shout out Edmund for getting Gausman out of his groove. Yeah, that's a deeper cut, Edgardo. The first hit of the night for this Dodgers team when you got Tommy Edman the top of the third with that double to right. First pitch, he just ambushed a fastball. It's a fantastic take. That's why it was such a team effort in this one. I mean, you look at this Dodgers box score, there was not one Dodger that had more than one hit. Ohtani goes 1 for 3. Smith goes 1 for 3. Betts goes 1 for 3. Edman goes 1 for 4. The Dodgers won a game where they had just 4 hits and scored 3 runs, but it was a gutsy, gritty performance by the pitchers tonight, and they got the job done, and you love to see it. All right, so let's do some more comments here. I'm going to give away a Mr. Keektober shirt. You got to go to www.gearup.la if you want to buy all of our T-shirts. Tonight will be a great time to buy, too. Go get the Kiké one. Go get the Don't Ruin Baseball one. Lots of awesome merch. And also, this show is brought to you by my new channel, the LA Sports Report, that focuses on all LA sports, including the Dodgers, but also it allows me to do live breakdowns of Dodgers games. I'm going to break this one down live a little later. So this episode of Dodgers Dugout Live is brought to you by the LA Sports Report. LA is the sports capital of the world. The Lakers have entered their Luka Doncic era. LeBron doesn't just want a farewell tour, he wants a farewell title. The Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. Go, Kings, go! The Dodgers are the best run franchise in all of professional sports. Shohei Ohtani is the GOAT. Steve Ballmer will do anything to get the Clippers a championship. Mick Cronin has to win a national championship at UCLA. Justin Herbert is a top 5 quarterback in this league. College football is just better when USC is good. This whole city has the Mamba mentality. I love LA.
Live from the heart of Los Angeles, this is the LA Sports Report with your host, Doug McKain.
So go check that out and subscribe to that. Doing some giveaways over there. I can't stop watching the final play. I mean, Kiké Hernández saving the season. I love the Will Smith, like I someone point out, the guitar strumming at the end. Let's get some more here. We've got D-Mac, it's Fernando's birthday tomorrow. Dodgers will win it all for Fernie. I love that. Fernando Valenzuela, 4 life. Roberts keeping it TBD for pitching is so smart. Absolutely. Alvada's $4.99. $5. Those who are criticizing Roki should remember that he practically got the team to the World Series. He was a victim of bad umpire calls tonight. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised if that's a thing because, I mean, I think the question is, was that really his inning to go back out there in the 9th inning and give Dave Roberts credit for going to guy with some more swing and miss? But Roki, he was the guy that he got out the top of that lineup. And it was the bottom of the 8th inning where, by the way, Pages got in the game as a defensive substitution. He let the splitter a little up and Springer singled to right, and they kept it as a single. And then Lucas, he got him to fly out to center. And then on the Guerrero walk, I mean, there were a couple plays, a couple splitters that touched the zone, and that fastball up. I mean, that one was a ball, but still, those were some bad calls. And then he got Bichette to foul to short. Really nice job by Mookie Betts there. And he got Varsho to ground to second. So he did his job in the 8th inning. And then in the 9th inning, he was just not finishing off hitters. He hits Kirk, and then Barger hit that ground ball double. By the way, shout out to our 4th outfielder, the Wall. That's the comment of the show. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Dodgers Dugout Live. Join us tomorrow for an epic pregame show. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be celebrating the 9th World Series title in franchise history. And it is going to, someone said, okay, you're glad I ditched the black vest. The black vest, the black vest was 1 and 2 for the Dodgers home games. But, no vest in this one. But just an absolute classic. Another one. I mean, we've got 2 really classic games this series. Yamamoto, Glasnow, Justin Dean, Mookie Betts, Kiké Hernández, Miguel Rojas, Tommy Edman, Max Muncy. The whole damn team played a part in this win, and you got to love the Los Angeles Dodgers. There's one more game left in the season. My heart can't take many more games. I think my heart can only take one more game tomorrow, but you've got Game 7 in the World Series for the first time since 2019. It's going to be absolutely electric. Pre-game, post-game, let's party tomorrow, Los Angeles. That's going to do it. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Also subscribe to the LA Sports Report. Go to gearup.la for all of our latest merch. Definitely go over there. Let's Ruin Baseball, Mr. Geektober, all the fresh, best T-shirts in the game you're going to find right over there. But Dodgers Nation, what a wild ride we've been on. And tomorrow, no matter what, it ends either way. Either thrill of victory or the agony of defeat. I feel really good about tomorrow. And I'm going to sleep like an absolute baby. I'm going to be like Homer Simpson. The Homer Simpson meme. Just that's why there's 2 Simpson references on the show. I'm going to be sleeping like a baby thinking about that one. Because, just an absolute satisfying win. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. Join the LA Sports Report. Join the Discord. Go to gearup.la. And remember that most importantly, nothing, absolutely nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
And when the
upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball.